All right. So we have to make a new poem. I'm still leaning towards... I already forgot their names. And I knew this was going to happen. Was it Sayori? Bunny got startled slightly by the farts. I believe it. Yuri? Yeah, Yuri, Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. Right. Thank you. I was trying to remember. The Warner Brothers and sister. Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri. Yes. So I remembered her name. I don't know how I was able to remember Sayori, but I remembered Sayori. Alright. Here we go. So I'm still going to lean towards her. Unless I see words I really like, then I'm going to choose those words. Oh, alright. I didn't think that was going to be that easy. I thought I was going to have to choose other ones. Effulgent, essence, whispered, contamination. Contamination. I don't even know what effulgent means. But I'm about to say it's a big word. She'll probably like it. Horror, philosophy, vacation, graveyard, shame, crimson, vanilla, sunset, unrequited. Oh, really? Lollipop, lollipop, ooh, lolly, 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 lollipop. Lust. Fireflies, fireflies. We're doing fireflies for you, Bray Wyatt. Prayer, twirl, charm, electricity, incongruent, captive, hope, intellectual. Boop. This is going to be the most bizarre poem. Defeat, happiness, hopeless, dance, uncanny, warm, family, alone. Oh boy. Uncanny? Okay. Is he okay? Journey, pleasure, sadness, adventure, Valentine nightgown, variance, cry, memories, marriage. Let's try variance? There we go. I never know what to pick on some of these. Bunny. Well, since Bunny heard the farts and was scared, we'll go with Bunny. Infallible, cheer, nature, raindrops, eternity, games, extraordinary, death, broken, universe. Infallible. That's what I mean. But swimsuit. Amazing, meager, fireworks, peaceful, sparkle, empty, lipstick, anxiety, laugh, sticky. Bunny. Bunny, what are you doing? Bunny is a doggy. Thank you for the 200 bits. Where's did the alert go off? Was it there? Was it that short? Making a suicide with words, just with words. Mine is like suicide death massacre. Very convincing. Mine's like suicide swimsuit bunny boop. It's pretty pog. I heard it. I just don't know if it actually played. Meager. There we go. Awesome jump, hop, portrait, flower, flying, strawberry, email, rose, playground. I don't really like any of these words. Email. I don't know how email is cute. Thank you for the 200 bits, Kepi. I appreciate you. Fester, sensation, melody, giggle, disarray, summer, destiny, whistle, precious, extreme. Disarray. Socks, starscape, nibble, sweet. Cage, secretive shopping, pout, not heaven sent. Wrath. Yeah, there we go. Color, holiday, skipping, uncontrollable, disoriented, determination, love, loud, disaster, sunny. Determination. Anger, vivid, silly, hair, jumpy, beauty, kiss. Depression. I forget that depression goes to her for some reason. Peace, entropy, anime. Kawaii! I feel like this is going to be a much cuter poem than last time. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Taco! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all. Why are we barking? Apparently this is going to be my evening now. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Bark, 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 bark. Louie, calm down. Speaking of which... Taking popcorn. It's Yuri time. Yuri, not Yuri. I'm kinda hungry. Wait, why did I read it like that? Will you come to buy me a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that, all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then, she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves the one option. What? I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Jesus Christ, what a weird turn this is taking. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri? Tell Taco to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Oh my god! Yeah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Aha! Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Because of course she would. What a goofy goober. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. It bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Oh, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Aw, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the room. Ugh. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monika, choose the club over a boyfriend after all? You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! She was playing chopsticks for 4. Dun 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 dun. I just did chopsticks so horribly. That sounds cool. I'll also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Taco. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. Never gonna give her up, never gonna let her down, never gonna run around and desert you. Second time today. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. How big was this cookie that she ate it that fast? Like, it's just a cookie. Hey, Yuri? Eh? I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. Ah, if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Hold on, bud. I need to look at your head real quick. You're okay. Bear with me for a second, everybody. No, not a tick. Just a weird lump thing. It's connected to a bunch of hair, bud. What did you do? Just a second, everybody. I'm trying to find the... Dadgummit, Neji, why'd you have to move? Where'd it go? I'm trying to see this thing that's on his head. I've not noticed it before. It's a new thing. No, I'm not talking to my penis. I'm talking to Neji. I'm trying to make sure it's not a tick. Come here. The more you move, the more this is going to be a pain in the butt. I'm just trying to make sure it's not a tick, okay? It was not a tick. I don't know what it is. It looks like it might have been a scab. I'm sorry, buddy. Look, it's just your hair. It's nothing to eat. He gets, it's part of his breed, but he gets, like little skin growths and stuff. So I just was trying to see if this was an actual skin growth, or if this was a tick, or what it was. But I don't know what it is. But he's okay. Everything is to eat? I don't know about that. To this dog it is sometimes. Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. That's the fancy kind. I got one of those in my refrigerator. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. Might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? We're just... Yuri was gonna make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monika. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something with helping?
Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Taco in club activities?
Eh? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Phew. Then let's go, Taco. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. Uh-oh. Is this a case of foot and mouth syndrome? I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that just made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. 1 second, everybody. There we go. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Taco, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing you do is bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rainstorm into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Taco, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway. Yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Taco, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Celsius, Fahrenheit, we'll never know. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? Oh, Kelvin, that's really hot then. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Has to be Fahrenheit. It's not water anymore at 200 degrees Celsius. No, it's evaporated tea. It's vaping tea, you know what I'm saying? It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Ah. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Taco. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Taco, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's her gigantic boobies. They're pulling on her spine at all times. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes, I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it, since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Excuse me. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her as she fades away. World around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. You sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then, I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Taco? Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I rammed my whole hog in there! I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Ooh, ah! Uh-oh. Got an ad break. I'll wait a second. I'll wait on the absolutely silent screen of Yuri screaming, ah. And I accidentally closed the thing. So now I don't know how much longer the ads actually are. Actually, it won't be that hard to figure out. I can just click over here. Here we go. We're over here. We're pausing this. According to this, there's an ad starts in 19 minutes, so the ad must be done. Alright, well, that's what I'm going to take for granted. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Taco, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Well, there went my chance at having Yuri as a girlfriend. It's all gone now. Thanks, Monika. You ruined it. You cock-blocked me, bro. Hope you're happy with your life choices. Alright, Natsuki, I'll go with you first this time. You little tsundere. Well, I can admit it's better than the last one. It's nice to see you're putting in some effort. That's good. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Eh? You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know. But honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Ugh, that was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks to spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. That's a little weird. Now, I don't know if that's really a poem. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. That's what we call an allegory? I get it. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. From now on, it is permitted to discuss Amy being disgusting. Anyone else will require mod approval. Amy, you disgusting whore. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk? Do you know people like that? Of course! It's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they make fun of you and less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone else likes? Well, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. I think people really need to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Wow, Natsuki. Really bringing it home there. All about... So apparently Natsuki has some sort of thing that she doesn't want everybody else to know that she does, because she's afraid they won't be her friends anymore. You just gotta share all the things that you like, you know? Find the friends that love you for you. Alright, Yuri, you're next up. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Taco, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why? You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Oh, just mom's spaghetti. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing... Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. It just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I only write for myself. And besides... Oops, I thought I said that. People would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? She's giving Wimp Low girlfriend vibes. Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an, unordinary tendencies. I can't read that, honestly. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. Okay. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects... Oh my gosh. This script is kind of hard for me to read. Phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say we've gotten used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. it was a little more daring than with ones yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So, I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? Eh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's more my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Taco. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now, I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Alright, Sayori, you're next. Ooh, I like this one, Taco. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. Prime time to show her your badger story. Not much of a story, but it is a story about a badger. A badger named Clint, who's at his typewriter trying to type the next great novel, but he can't because he has writer's block. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes I like a little bit of both. There's a word for that, isn't there? What's the word I'm looking for? Melancholy? Bittersweet. It's kind of the same, right? Am I mistaken? Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Eh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Taco. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I thought this said buffalo at first. I pop off my scalp. That's just not the first line I expected to read. I pop off, boys. He's popping off. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle, to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've really been in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a bit of a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. Hyperfixation, yay, I understand. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Monica. Hi again, Taco. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside of her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... Well, that's not really going anything... Wait, there's really not anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine? Sin? Sine? Cosine? Tangent? I don't 100% know those words off the top of my head. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Don't have to ask me twice. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. What up, Bean? How you doing? I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your... There we go. But really, tell me how you really feel. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So, putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Baldur's Gate went pretty good. I had one TPK because I wanted to see if I could take on one of the like druid areas, and they kicked my butt pretty badly. And then after I got done talking to Nettie and saying like, yeah, I'm gonna go find that guy, no problem. I killed Nettie, and I just walked out of the room with no retribution. Just was like, if you go in there, she was dead before we arrived. Don't worry about it. Oh, and all the books and stuff that are missing, don't worry about those either. Someone probably killed her and stole those. But it wasn't us. It was like that when we got here. Something like that. Ugh. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put anything good together in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. I wish that worked. Kiba! I actually didn't expect that to work. Hey, yo, that do be a bork. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Not yet. She went to Jazz's first. And if she's over here already, I would be surprised. Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us is going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting all the posters in, putting it. She just had a stroke. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. Let me see if I have it. I'm going to see if I do. I feel like I do, but I may not. Is it here? Does it exist? We go down. We go down. We keep scrolling down. We scroll yet. Yep, there it is. This is literally what popped in my head. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire the others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons. I didn't know I needed a poem to be intimate with myself. Rawr. I'm afraid of paper cuts. And having fun! That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it all takes, oh, she keeps having strokes tonight. It's a terrible thing. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright! Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I really don't have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monika? This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in her mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recipe. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Sorry, guys. I'm extra yawny tonight and not the musician. Oh, that's a fart. I'll take care of that. Oh no, that's the wrong button. Why is my caps locks on? There we go. One ad fart. Keeping her head down, she quacks. She walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri! It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed within her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. Hi. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay. I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully takes on the podium. This one is called My Meadow. I read that as My Meow at first. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Excuse me. Even Taco liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Taco. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Taco lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki? It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem and immediately get a no reason boner. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. I'm glad you did, Billy. I'm glad you did. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting? Anyway, the poem is called Jump! Might as well jump! It's literally just verbatim the Van Halen song. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. Oh, gracious. I'm sorry I'm so yawning, guys. I really do. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well, put a pepper in your butt. That'll wake you up. I put the peppers up. I think that was attracting the fruit flies. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. It's the opposite for me. For streaming, if it's just my friends, I can put on any kind of face. But it's for other people, it's embarrassing. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have too much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time when you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. She blew her skirt up for you. She likes you. Make a move, man. I don't know. It's the anime blow up. It's usually like that weird motion where it's in like slow motion. They're just like... It's never necessarily a sign of attraction. If she was touching her clavicle, I might have believed it. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Taco. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you? Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? Kind of put me on the spot here. I would walk home with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? Given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it! Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating about something that's never going to happen. Yuri Gagarin too? Who's Yuri Gagarin? Hockey player? Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. Nah, I knew. You kidding me? It's right here, buddy. It's right here, ready to go. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know. Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. First person to reach outer space. Oh, fancy. But that's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Dude, day 3 was pretty long. Unrestricted contamination. Taking contamination this time. Oh no, kawaii and contamination? Sorry, I like kawaii too much. Beauty, promise party, wonderful hurt, destiny, vivid, Doki Doki. Flower, marshmallow, treasure. Cheer, pure, Valentine. I see the earth. It is beautiful. Better than Armstrong's space quote. Guys, I gotta piss. Where do I piss in this suit? Over. Defeat. Oh, not what I thought it was gonna go to. Heaven sent, incapable, explode, vertigo, intellectual. Intellectual. There we go. Together, smile, bubbles, nightgown, calm, awesome, tenacious. Extraordinary, raindrops, family, wrath, firefly, oh no, swimsuit. Memories, journey, nature, happiness, fickle, which is what I am. Aura, papa, am I a real boy, papa? Blanket, skirt, clumsy, puppy, secretive, loud, ocean, Greek. I'm going with secretive. Agonizing, flying, uncontrollable, captive, atone, summer, horror, forgive, horror. Essence, landscape, shame, uncanny, variance, color, sparkle, variance? Disarray, amazing, prayer, inferno, vibrant, vivacious, let's go. Pained, flee, sunset, entropy, nibble, dream, entropy. Effulgent, charm, bliss, electricity, romance, anime. Empty, kitty, poof, sticky, frightening, dark, sweet, jumpy, frightening? Parfait, pink, massacre, milk, sunny, cry, pout, fluffy scars, massacre? Boop. Desire, incongruent, passion, bed, hop, melody, whisper, joy, question, incongruent. Anxiety, starscape, portrait, warm, disoriented, sadness, climax. Infinite. Heading home, had to help put Leon to sleep. Rip Leon. Oh wait, you mean just to go to bed for the night. Got it. Aw, man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have... No, you get no help. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion? Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival, too. I can't wait for the festival! It's gonna be great! Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our event for now, okay? Fine, fine. Your reaction aren't as funny as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Taco, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Taco. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything. I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Eh? Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Taco. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. Eh? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it has always been. You're so funny, Taco. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Ah. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she keeps her voice low and sensual. And she's like, Sayori, I can't get enough of your love, babe. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible to do now when she's behaving like this. I really can't do Cleveland. Shorty's voice goes low, 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 low. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So, I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell what I was thinking like that? They need to get a water dispenser in this room because these girls are thirsty. Yeah, they got to go down the hallway together. There's no boys in the school. It's one of those mating things. When you get 4 female in the room with 1 male, it just flips. It just flips.
Merry Christmas.
I'd rather be alone with my thoughts. I get it. Keffy, thank you for gifting that sub. My wife will really appreciate it. Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. Keffy is too busy lurking to earn taco points right now. I can't read, period. It's done. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I'd be glad to listen. Work on those assignments. F, next one, F, next one, F, next one, F, next one. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. I want to say I didn't get any ads since the beginning. Hope karma won't catch me. Gotta wait for it. You never know when it's gonna happen. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Eh? Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Taco, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, so you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what they may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I notice her strange behavior today, too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware you were in, Were you? You cover feelings. You weren't aware you were you. You in the woo? That is, I think that she'd be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monika calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. We're going to Sayori first. Make her feel special. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. That's a lie. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Taco. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monika I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Uh-oh. I've ignored Sayori too much. Guys, I'm afraid she might not come back tomorrow. Hi, Taco. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in the club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? Hey, go MD. What did I miss? I finished day 3. I'm on day 4. I think I've kind of cemented heading towards Yuri, and I've kind of driven Sayori away. And we're getting ready for the festival. That's kind of the basics of everything that's going on. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Maybe? Is there a way to check that? Oh, that's just a script of history. Interesting. There doesn't seem to be a way to look at like a calendar or anything. Interesting. Sure. I let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Anything weird noticed so far? I mean, not really. I mean, the weirdest thing is just trying to figure out how to associate with all the different girls, and they're all kind of reacting in their own ways. The weirdest thing thus far is probably Sayori, but that's also part of it is, like, her last poem was about how she's more concerned about creating happiness for her friends and kind of like falling apart on the inside. And I think, you know, what I'm seeing is like she clearly has feelings for my character and I have feelings for someone else. So that's why I think she's kind of moving away. So we'll find out what's going on there. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's... It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club room every day. Reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It's great watching someone who has no idea what is happening in the game. I mean, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. My fear is Sayori's not gonna come home because I've chosen words like suicide, and she celebrates, and I'm like, no bueno. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know? Alright, alright. I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening up herself. So if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You say that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. Like, I didn't even see Sayori's poem today. She just was like, I don't feel good, I'm going home, goodbye now. The lady who knows everything. Get out of here, you little bug. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer. All meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift in the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Oh, I forgot you don't get to read Sayori's poem. Yeah, in this case, I do not get to read it. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. I don't know what that word is. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall. And I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. Okay, Twilight is an old spelling. Okay. There's just been a handful of words that I'm just like, first a lot of them are in script, and I'm having a hard time deciphering some of them, and then I'm like, I don't know this word. I don't think I've ever seen this word. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Hey, babe.
Hey.
What's going on?
Nothing. Sleepy. I'm going to bed.
You gonna go to bed?
Yeah, I gotta be at work in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn off our lizard lights because he's in bed.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
He's all posted up in his corner.
Twilight is when you wait for dark and then get drunk. Oh, Twilit. Yeah, boy. Time to get Twilit.
Twilight. Oh.
Not to be confused with toilet.
See? There's little costumes right there. What do you mean you couldn't find it?
I don't know. I looked around too, and I'm like, it's not over here. I'm like, I don't see it.
How's your beer?
It's good. Would you like a sip?
Ooh. Is this that same one that we had before with them?
Yes. That's the better of the two, in my opinion. They have night owl, and they have the other one that's like a werewolf or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And that one's the darker one.
I like that one. Hello, Billy Rags. Hi, CP.
Go to bed. Take your dogs with you. They're ready for bed.
Oh, I know. Neither one of them came out until I was like looking for them in the kitchen. Like I was like, and then they both come out of the. And then I felt, I was looking in the kitchen, and then I felt an edgy nose in my butt, and I was like, oh, there he is. And I didn't. He's wagging his whole body, and he's already in bed with a snuggie, and then this one comes running out. And I was
Yep.
like, okay. And now I'm just getting incessant licks.
Yep.
Hi. Yeah, heyo. Oh, stop it.
Dark Shadow Light also says hi.
Hello.
I may have accidentally picked a scab on his head.
Hello. In his ear? Or
On his head. On the
Oh.
top of his head. I was trying to make sure it wasn't a tick,
Oh, no, he's not outside enough to get ticks.
but I just want to let you know if you see something.
Hello? Oh, hi, Cappy! Cappy, where were you the other night when I finished my book and I wanted someone to talk to? Is that Kirby?
Yeah, it's one of my emotes.
Oh.
Also, Kefi gifted you a sub to the channel.
Oh, yay, thank you. Appreciate it. I don't like subbing to my own channel. It's kind of dumb. Well, it's his channel, but
It don't make no sense to. We lose money on it.
yeah. So.
Now you can use emotes like that and
Oh.
and that
Oh.
and that
Cool.
and that.
Cool.
There you go.
So, Kevi, I finished Crescent City. So, if you haven't read it yet, you really need to read it because it ties into everything else. So.
I figured since she comes to stream, it would be fun for her to have the emotes.
Yes, it would be. Thank you. Appreciate it. I need a haircut.
It's on her Kindle, but she has not read it yet.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I
cut-
mean, it is like 900 pages, so.
I cut your hair tomorrow.
No, you're not cutting my hair. Do you really want to cut my hair?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. There was a part of me that was almost going to say, hey, you know, if you reach your goal, you could put it as like, oh, she'll chop her hair off. But then I was like, this is like 10 years of hair growth.
She read the Throne of Glass series and loved it.
Oh, have you started, Akatar?
Yeah, have you started on Avatar? It's the one about the blue people.
I hate you so much.
I read most of those. I think I didn't read the most recent book.
So you haven't read Court of Silver Flames? You really need to because that one's my favorite. Yeah. So, that's my thing for you.
They're right under Throne of Glass for me.
See, I like them more than Throne of Glass, but I haven't finished Throne of Glass. So, yeah. I'm currently stuck on, Empire of the Sea or something like that.
How do you feel about the cover changes?
I like the new cover changes.
Uh-oh.
I did, and that's probably part of the reason why I didn't. Well, so years and years ago, I listened to Throne of Glass on our Audible, and apparently it didn't leave much of an impression. And then I started reading the book. Like, I bought the book and started reading it. And then was like, wait a second, this sounds familiar. And then I had to go through the 400 plus books we have in Audible to find it. And so, yeah. That's the great thing about it. So, Dark Shadow Light.
It's just a new follower.
Oh, well, welcome. Yeah, I cried a little bit when things happened. So.
Yeah, no spoilers. I haven't read it yet, so.
I don't think he's going to, but I would like for him to, because I'd like to have someone closer to be like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then can you believe all this?
Listen, you got me into Outlander. Just be glad you got that much. So. I do like Audible a lot, though.
Yeah, Gadget. Audible's pretty great. That's what I listen to when I'm at work 9 times out of 10. If I'm not listening to murder shows or murder podcasts, I'm listening to a book.
It's the only thing I miss about driving further to work. Like, I do not miss driving 30 plus minutes to work, but it's just... It was so nice listening to longer podcasts and listening to books and just being like, now I feel educated. now I'm just like, with how close my work is now, it's just, I don't know, it's listening to like a 40-hour book when I'm just driving to and from work in like 20 minutes is just like, I don't know, it doesn't really do it for me.
Yeah.
I can't. I have to have... Charlie, go get some good sleep. Thanks for hanging out.
Charlie. Thanks for hanging out.
No, my problem is, like, when it comes to Audible or something like that, like, it has to have my focus. If it's something new, it has to have my focus. I can't not.
He doesn't have ADHD, so he can't, like, multitask in that way.
I have ADHD, I'm pretty sure.
Well, then your brain works very differently from mine. Alright, guys, I'm going to bed too. Well, I'm going to eat a bowl of cereal and go to bed. So, thank you everybody for coming and hanging out. Keffy, we'll catch up later.
Yeah, we'll mustard later.
And by we'll catch up, I mean Adam will be our go-between.
Yeah. Have a good night. We'll catch up. Have a good night. Night, Val. All right.
Night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, babe.
Love you.
Love you too. Hey, I do what I can. Because if we all had the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Uh-oh, my assignment deadline is coming up, so I must lurk. All right, get back to lurking. Quit talking about books. Quit talking about smart people stuff. We got to talk about dumb people stuff, like boobs. You guys like boobs? One in chat if you like boobs. I think you know that better than anyone. They have a dramatized reading of Dune I plan on listening to. Oh, nice. I really liked they have, there's a dramatized Sandman they've been releasing in volumes. It's really good. I've been enjoying that a lot. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. I've never read any Dune before, so it should be fun. I have not either. I saw the original movie years and years and years and years and years and years and years ago, but I haven't seen it since, or the new one. They're really good, dude. They're really, really good. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way. It'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yes, dear.
Your dogs don't have any water anywhere in the house.
They hate me.
You're a bad dog.
I'm a very bad dog owner.
Yes.
A dramatized Return of the King. That's the last Lord of the Rings I need to finish. Dude, that's commitment. I can't do those books. This one's alright. Alright. Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad you're trying a little bit. Well, of course I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? Eh? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you end up just scaring me away? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. I mean, I was saying, I'm still leaning Monica. Yes.
Neji was so thirsty he ran into the bathroom and drooled while I poured out the water. It's kind of funny.
Sorry, doggos. Give them pets. But I mean, honestly, like, I don't know. Like, I feel bad for Sayori at the moment because I'm like, I haven't paid enough attention to her. I just kind of kept the whole idea that friendship was gonna be there and it wasn't gonna be an issue. But I can definitely see why somebody would say like Sayori is best girl. But I mean, I'm still working towards Yuri. That's, you know, that's the one I've been working towards from the beginning. So probably drank the loss to the water 10 minutes before Val got home. Sayori is best for you. Monica. See, it's Monica for me as well. But it's you know, my options are those other three. And that's why I lean Yuri. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Oh, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing ever happened. I'll be your bitch. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears. Not diminish your wonder over the years, but today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way that you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way that you thought you had left long ago. But if you let me be by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. I was gonna play until 10, but I'm still currently going. I'm probably gonna go to at least the end of this day. Like, I'm gonna probably do like 2 days of stream, because that's been averaging about 2 hours or so each time, a little over 2 hours or so each time, because I still have something else I have to do tonight. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach, unless it's the Jersey Shore. So you decided to write about the beach first, and then came up with the message later. Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it or whatever. Ugh, can you really see her doing that too? Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. I believe you. You've said it like 3 times now. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. But at the least, it was good practice. Taco, your writing has only improved in the last few days. I played the whole game in 1 day. I believe it. I mean, if you can do the game in like 6 to 7 hours or something like that, it's not a long game. Every poem you show me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. I even beat Omori in 3 days, and it's a 20 to 30 hour game. Again, that's pretty reasonable. Putting in like 10 to like 8 to 10 hours at a time. That's pretty reasonable. Is that so? Yuri smiles gently to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Taco, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing people and so inspiring. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face, or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting how I know it all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Taco. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Taco. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time when I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then fuck them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. And I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands. But this time, she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Ooh, Ghost Under the Lart, Part 2. The ghost had the lart, and he had to shart. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows. Closer. Closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility. But I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber, and I burn there too. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri. But instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. Also, this clearly isn't the poem that Natsuki said she wrote about, meaning I'm probably the only one she's showing this to. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri is having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So, thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. I forgot that you can get one of 2 poems. That seemed like an okay poem. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her. But instead, Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can, the poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back toward me. I guess we should move on before Monika says something. But I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me, and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off when she's not here. Excuse me. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? 2 hours ago? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh? That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What'd she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so... let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle all that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. What is it? Yeah, anyway. Anyways, I started festivaling. Blam, blam. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can... Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No! That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki's pouting too? Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Tako. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have been pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monika suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monika's going to be giving me a choice and you wouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Taco may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So, therefore, he may not be suited to he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Taco to... Well, what are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't. Just what do you think? Guys. Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Taco to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really got the chance to spend time with me yet, you know. So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said. I'm surprised as well. Hi, bud. What are you doing?
Somebody's full of energy. So tomorrow, before you start, bring him to the store and wear him out by walking him around. But he's now, like, decided he's got the zoomies and he wants to play, and...
His favorite person's home.
He's fucking weird.
He can finally express all of his emotions. Not yet. I did not choose yet. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Taco, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Ah, of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. I'm going to throw him a curveball. But of course, I'm going to go with Sayori. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors and... But Monika said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez. Do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Just think of the club, okay? Well, then I'm going to choose Monika. Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monika. Yay! You picked me. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Monika, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. But I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Taco was the one who... that doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monika. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monika, you shouldn't have felt left any... You just picked the two ones that cannot be chosen. Pretty pog. I'm just making the room more uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Monika, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have made such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monika. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, you know. We won't do as good of a job if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monika. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So are you going to do the right thing, President? Okay. I get it. It's technically most logical for Taco to help one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do. You gotta keep things balanced in life. Natsuki, hope you like me helping you make cupcakes. Nah, you gotta pick all the things and find out. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like it was a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. Don't worry. Baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Eh? Just a minute ago you were saying that... That's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway... You'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it after all. That's good. Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard not to feel bad. Bro didn't expect you to pit Nat, but I like her image better, so nice. So, that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes! Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome. I don't think that really counts. What about you, Taco? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might not be just that. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. My internet sucks right now in the middle of a thunderstorm. Aw, bro, I know that feel. I mean, honestly, like, I'm just trying to spread the wealth at the end of the game, trying to see what I can and can't do. Sayori seems to be a lost cause. Monika apparently can't do anything with. So I've put a lot into Yuri, so I'm going to put some into Natsuki at this point. That doesn't mean... Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Luck. Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too. But you're going to make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important by the way that people feel during the performances. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so... Fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Jeez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me her number. Okay, I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait, you're coming to my house? Well, yeah. I'm gonna keep that number. I'm gonna put it on the internet. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I would be going to your house. Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me. Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah? How do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just need to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, fine by me. Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you'd better look forward to it. Oh? Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like in front of everyone that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Her dad is really too strict, if you see what I mean. I don't. I'm scared. Just because I never get to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so... Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you Sunday. Never mind. I can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. It's already Sunday. Well, if it's already Sunday, then you fellas know what that means. We've done 2 more days. Making good progress. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if this is like you end up with a girl, or if it's the opposite and a girl ends up doing horrible things. I don't know. Most likely this will probably be back next Saturday. Because that's the basic flow of the schedule. With it being an anime designed game, it'll probably be back for a Saturday anime. Which is like this week we're not really doing Saturday anime. But I wanted to at least play this game because I really enjoy it. So yeah, most likely we'll be continuing it next Saturday, and I'll try and figure out what anime to watch. Can I force you to do it tomorrow with my points? No. Technically, the point, if you look at the actual redemption for it, so if you click on wherever the heck it is, I'm not seeing it with my eyes. Actually, I think I took it off right now, because I'm not actually playing retro stuff. That thing is supposed to be specifically just for when I'm doing a retro stream, and then I just choose they choose a random. No, I didn't delete it. I can turn them on and off. It's not deleted. People just didn't understand what it was for, was the problem. You got to read these things. You got to read. Look, I'll go to it real quick. See, if I go to pick a game for me, I click edit. I stop what I'm playing and play an NES game of your choice. So, technically, I should even update that. It should say play a retro game. I think when I made this thing, I was originally just doing NES games. So I'm going to pick a retro game of your choice, which makes more sense. But yeah. Like I said, I'll be back with it next Saturday. We'll be continuing further. We're going into the weekend with Natsuki, which I'll probably forget her name again because that's what I do. Go ahead and save again because that's the other thing I do. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take a real quick break. And when we come back, the last thing that we have scheduled for this evening was I want to make sure I'm looking at it correctly, just to make sure. Yes, the last thing we have scheduled for this evening is the Donkey Kong Country movie to watch. So that's what we're going to be doing when I come back from break. But it's only going to be like a couple minutes. I'm basically just going, I appreciate the happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. All the happy thoughts. So I'm just going to bounce out to the main... Oh, well, okay, I thought I was going to go to the main screen. Apparently I'm just going to full on quit the game.